Okay, so we have a song written. I took a little coffee break and walked out my coffee. And I think it's important when you're writing a song, especially if you're doing an entire song in its entirety in one fell swoop, which is more typical. I mean, I do a lot of those that way when I'm collaborating, for sure in country music in Nashville, Music Row. You're not leaving a session, no one's leaving until the song's fully written. But I have the liberty of being able to write by myself today. And so what I like to do is it's important to get context and to walk away. That's critical. You'll save yourself a lot of heartache. Like if you think you kind of have the song formed, take 5, take a phone call, go out in the street, get coffee, like walk, forget that you just wrote a song for like 15, 20 minutes. I think it's hypercritical. And then come back in with fresh ears before you like actually finish it. That will save you embarrassment. It will save you frustration. And 99.99 times out of 1,000, out of 100, it will lead to improvement or edits, change of lyrics, change of structure. You might come back and be like, ugh, I don't even like this concept. What was I thinking? Because there's a very, like I call it the creative wind tunnel that you get in when you're writing a song. It's like when you're in a wind tunnel, you can't hear anything else, you can't see anything else. All you feel is the wind and what you're staring at in front of you, and you're kind of deaf to the world outside of you. And that creative wind tunnel is needed to be creative, but it also can hinder you and allow you to not see the forest for the trees. You get so deep down in the woods on a song that you don't realize that you just spent 3 hours and the concept itself isn't strong enough to even justify all the lyrics you're killing yourself for. So you need to back it up, walk away for a minute. If you ever have doubts, check out for a second, come back in with fresh ears. That's what I just did. For me to pitch this, to send it to my friends in Nashville or Kane, or send it to Scooter for Bieber or whatever, I need to punch up the production a little bit. I need a little bit more than just a guitar. And I might even replay the guitar. So let's listen down real quick.
Had some nights anyone regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get, and drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine, but somebody was praying for me. Cause days like these, not much I need. I got someone to hold, yeah. And when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner that she waking up and ready to go. Woo! Yeah. I know there's a God, cause he led me to you, and you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I've read the Bible, not saying it ain't true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. Honey, please don't stop. Another level with the things you got. The day I met you, well, the mic just dropped. And honey, your body's holy. Now days like these, not much I need. I got someone, yeah, I got someone. I know there's a God, cause he led me to you, and you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I read the Bible, not saying it ain't true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey, broke some.
Okay, so there's just a couple weird pauses I didn't hear. Fortunately, it passed my fresh ears test pretty well. There's some changes that need to be made here. I do think there's the handful of country artists that this would be perfect for. It might be too high for Kane's register. Something I didn't like. I don't want to call an audible right now, but in theory, We are in D, but the difference is if you think like Be Like That, he's singing like da 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 da. He's staying right there for the chorus. He's not going, I know there's a God. And so hopefully that's not too high. But the cool thing is you can go, I know there's a God, because he brought me to you. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. That's easy for him to sing. So he can always take the lower octave.
As hell and something pulled me through, but baby, I was saved by you.
What is that clip? That's the other thing that's driving me nuts. There's like a clip happening here. Hold on a second. That's what it is. It's that stupid bass. It's that bass. So I'm going to shorten that bass.
Through, but baby, I was saved by you.
All right, and I got to turn off my volume automation. Another little beautiful Pro Tools problem.
Through, but baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey, broke some hearts, they probably miss me too. But baby, I was saved by you.
I was saved by you.
Baby, I was saved by you. Late night top-down drives are through. We did some things that...
There's so many cool vocal things I can do in that last minute. But I want to get rid of this weird gap here. I was saved by you. And it's like, I don't know why it's driving me crazy right now, but it is. Problem is my tag is hanging over into the next bar, the next phrase. So this might be a bit of a cluster fluff, if you know what I'm talking about.
And something pulled me through, but baby, I was saved by...
And I want to get rid of the but. And the other line I'm going to change. I had the idea yesterday, and then I went back, and the whole line, this line right here.
Yeah, I've read the Bible.
And it was, I'm not saying it ain't true, which sings well, but I like my original gut line on that. My gut instinct it was, and yeah, I've read the Bible. I think most of it is true, which is actually what I think. I have read the Bible many times, and I do think most of it's true. So I think, yeah, I've read the Bible. I think most of it is true. I also think that's just a more clever line. I think that's funnier. Like I haven't heard someone say that, but like if someone said that to me, I'd probably laugh, you know, or chuckle or smile. So I think that that's just a little bit more of a cheeky line than what I had in there. So I'm going to change that. The other line I'm not so sure on. Oh wait, hold on. I like that. This line. Maybe it's the way I'm singing.
A friend of mine, but somebody was praying for me.
It might be the melody. Something about that line. It's either the lyric or the melody. I just don't think is a 10. Those are the only two lines. Lyrically, those are the only two parts that I'm just not loving. That's a good sign. So the other thing when you're thinking about arrangement, the whole thing that you're looking for is simplicity. A hit record should feel like it was effortless. It should feel like it should make the listener be like, "Oh, I could have written that," right? Because it's that easy, and that's what makes it accessible. What they don't understand is how insanely difficult it is to write a 3-minute song that feels like anyone could have written it. Like that same 3-minute song could have taken 6 months. That's what makes hit songs so incredibly difficult to craft. Sometimes it takes a team of people to do it, or years and years and years of experience to know why something feels right or why something feels wrong. Because you're thinking about all these different things. In 3 minutes, you know, you're talking about 180 seconds, okay? You know, and a second is
Baby, I was saved by
that long, right? Well, I only have 4 tracks happening right here, but in a typical song, like a fully produced, like a pop record, right? Not just a stripped down country pop record. I might have 130 tracks happening, 130 individual tracks, hi-hats, 4 snares stacked at different volume levels, automated throughout the entire song, bass, whatever. So now, to say how complicated is a 3-minute pop song, let's say you have 130 tracks. 130 tracks over 180 seconds. So think about 180 individual things for 130 individual items over 180 seconds. When you do the math on that, it's like, I can't do it in my head, but it's like 100,000 things that could be off at any point and throw the song off, distract the listener, take away from the lyric. I mean, there's all these things you're constantly trying to pulling and tugging at to keep in balance. And the most important thing, top down, as I've said earlier, is melody. The melody by itself has to be so sticky and memorable because at the end of the day, your average person, not everybody speaks English, first of all, and your average person doesn't remember the lyric, they remember the melody. Like that's why when you're at a dinner party or you're out with friends and you're like, what was that song, that song that was a hit 10 years ago that we used to sing all the time that was like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, like, you can't remember the lyric, but you remember the melody, right? That's the way the brain works. So melody is king. Lyric, concept, or tag, chorus, tag is second. And then, third to me in terms of importance would be arrangement. And then behind that is all the supportive music. The parts you choose by themselves isolated, that guitar riff, that bass line, should be so catchy that you could listen to that for 180 seconds and not get bored. Each thing you hear layered on top of each other is its own hook. That's my hierarchy. Melody, concept, tag, lyric, arrangement, supportive music, production. That's at least how I operate. So right now, if the arrangement, you could have a killer melody, a killer lyric, but if your arrangement is off, like that weird gap after chorus 2 that I had here, baby, I was saved by you, pause, 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 like that doesn't work. So I have to figure that out now because when I listen down to songs, I'm looking for moments when I'm editing them that pull me out. Anything that like makes me go, like make a face or like I call them red flags. Like there's a red flag on that, red flag on that, red flag on that. And I look for those moments and then I got to figure out why am I flagging this moment? What is it? Is it the lyric? Is it the arrangement? Is it the melody? Is it the snare too loud? Like there's always something.
Pull me through. Baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey, broke some.
That's how it should feel. And I don't even know that I need to drop the track out here. Maybe I do. Hold on.
Fast as hell and something pulled me through. Baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey, broke some hearts, they probably miss me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Baby, I was saved by you. Late night top-down jobs that threw me. Did some things that should've killed me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Yeah, I know there's a guy, yeah, 'cause he led me to you. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I read the Bible, I'm not saying it ain't true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. Baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey, broke some hearts, they probably miss me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Baby, I was saved by you. Late night top-down jobs that threw me. Did some things that should've killed me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Baby, I was saved by you.
Could be an argument too when this whole song is done for speeding it up 2 or 3 beats a minute. I'm not gonna do that right now though. But there's an argument for that. I could hear it being a little faster. Okay, so I'm gonna fix the 2 lyrics here, moments on the chorus, and then I'm going to very quickly make the production what I have in here right now I wouldn't call production. It's just gobbledygook guitar and sub bass. So I need to address that real quick and just do a quick shuffle guitar thing to make it feel like it's moving a little bit better. Some drum programming. Excuse me. All right, so.
Read the Bible.
Think most of it is true. Okay.
Yeah,
Read the Bible. Think most of it is true. There it is.
it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. Honey, please don't stop. Another level with the things you got. The day I met you, well, the mic just dropped. And honey, your body's holy.
So like that line, "And honey, your body's holy," it sings well. I just don't know if that's like, I remember that was the last, I was like running on fumes trying to come up with that last line and get something that rhymes. I don't know that that's the ideal line there. So let me, funny enough, it's the same line in the first verse, which start, all right, so wait, hold on.
You swear,
So that tells me it might be the melody.
you swear the devil was a friend of mine, but somebody was praying for me.
It's interesting to me that the same line, even with different lyrics in both the first and second verse, bother me. That's what I call a red flag. Why is that? Is it genuinely because I don't like the lyric in both phrases, or because the melody's off? So, first of all, let me not get ahead of myself. I'm going to copy and paste the new chorus lyric.
Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you.
I got to punch this harmony real quick.
Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true.
I could tell I was singing a little behind there. So what I do, if I'm trying to get vocals to line up, you can watch me. I just kind of visually, I don't try to make them like so perfect it's robotic, but I try to just use time compression expansion to get these guys to line up better. That's another distracting thing, is vocals doubles that don't line up. But there is a way to fix it. You have to be a editing savage. Get to this next one.
Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true.
Punch this ad lib.
Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true.
See how that sounds.
The Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell.
Man, something's off here. Hold on.
Had some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. And drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just.
I'm drinking away. All right, so I'm gonna bring that melody down because it's been bugging me. Something about it, and too, if I'm going after potentially a Kane scenario or you know, Chris Young or a John Party or a whoever, I don't know that. This might be a little too over singy. I don't know why, but let's see what happens.
Chasing love that I could not get. And drinking away the lonely.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah.
Chasing love that I could not get. And drinking away the lonely. And drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I get. And drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that.
All right. Okay.
Only spin a bag just to waste my time.
There it is.
Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine.
Swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. I guess someone was praying for me. Friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. Praying for me.
You swear the devil
Was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. There we go.
I guess someone was praying for me. 'Cause days like these, not much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, and when I lay me down,
When I lay me down to sleep.
yeah, and when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like down to sleep. I'm praying like a sinner, then she waking up.
All right, well, I'll say it.
Yeah,
Now when? Now when. I'm going to change that and when to now when. Now when I lay me down to sleep.
to hold. Yeah, now when I.
There we go. Blend those two together. That little harmony just feels a little more grounded now. That lower harmony.
Yeah, Now when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner that she waking up and ready to go. Yeah. I know there's a God, 'cause he led me to you, and you put up with all the stupid things I do.
Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true. I'm gonna do the low harmony octave. Yeah, I read the Bible.
Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was
lost as hell in some.
think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell.
I was lost as hell in
Think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell, and something pulled me through.
Something pulled me through.
As hell, and something pulled me through.
There it is. All right.
Something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you.
Honey, don't you ever stop. There we go. Get a little better of a pickup. Makes that gap less. The gap after the tag leading into verse 2 felt a little too naked. So now I've added something there.
But baby, I was saved by you. Honey, don't you ever stop. Another level with the things you got. The day I met you where the mic just dropped.
Some of you owe you for me. So all I'm missing is this last line. And I think I'm done. I'm done with the lyrics. I'm done with all the pertinent, important stuff here.
The things you got. The day I met you where the mic just dropped.
Someone you owe to show me.
Now days
like these,
not much
I need.
I got someone. Yeah,
I got someone.
I know that
Yeah, I got someone, and I know there's a... I want to do that double.
I got someone.
Yeah, I got someone. Doubles it off.
I got someone.
Yeah, I got someone.
I know that.
There it is. That little energy double high octave going into chorus 2. So.
Yeah, the day I met you where the
Mic just dropped. Ain't nothing to ever show me. I was been.
Now days like these.
Right when the mic dropped. We're trying to tell the story now. Days like these, not much I need. I found someone. Like, if we're trying to lead into that, then we want to say, now days like these. Because before days like these, I was this. So like, honey, don't you ever stop. Ain't a level to things you got. When I met you, the mic just dropped. Right when I met you, well, the mic just dropped. Ain't no one to pause to show me. You put on the show to kill me. You wanna be loved to know me. You love it depends on only. Only is kind of nice. I met you when the mic just dropped. You never do is it lonely. I stumbled in love. I stumbled into you surely. Only. Really quick. Always comes down to this. You're missing one word. We almost there. Lonely. We got any rhymes I'm not thinking about? Let's see. Nope. Bony. That's not gonna work. Coney. Crony. Foamy. Something about you's foamy. Man. Unholy. Ooh. Ceremony. Matrimony, testimony, ravioli. Okay, so you've got, I think, possibly testimony, I think, is interesting. Ceremony, nah. Unholy, maybe slowly. Let's see if any of these work.
Level with the things you got. The day I met you where the mic just dropped.
Yes, time of the date and only. All right, what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to get down a rabbit hole. If I start thinking too hard about that line, it's not going to come. That's another little tip. If you get stuck on a line and you spend more than like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max on the same phrase or word, you need to just walk away, focus on something else on the song. It will always, that line will always reveal itself when you're not trying to find it. So you got to just get yourself out of the weeds and don't get stuck on that stuff. All right, I'm going to throw some quick production in here, and then we're going to be ready to cut this.
some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. It's where the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. Cause days like these, not much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, now when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner that she waking up and ready to go. Yeah, I know there's a God, 'cause he let me do. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. Honey, don't you ever stop. Another level with the things you got. The day I met you, well, the mic just dropped. Now days like these, not much I need.
Oh, forgot that. Definitely need our guy, our demo singer, singing the double on that. Make sure I cut that real quick. Days like these, days like these, days like these, not much I need. I've got someone, not found someone.
Not much
I need, I got someone.
yeah.
All right, there we go. We got the double.
I need, I got someone. Yeah, I got someone. I know I got someone. Yeah, I got someone. I know there's a God, 'cause he let me do.
All right, so I'm gonna track some guitar real quick, some acoustic, and I'm gonna quickly get into a beat on this that just feels a little more contemporary rather than what we got in here now. No, we don't want stereo, we want mono. I'm gonna track it two different ways. One, I'm gonna track it on the mic. Two, I'm gonna track it on my iPhone. I like to record guitar on my iPhone because it sounds janky. Sometimes that's what I'm going for here. There we go. Get one bar at a time. 3, 4. All right, and just, you know what, I'm gonna do one pass of just rakes, just so I have it in this tempo. It's usually the last one I did. All right, so let's pocket this a little bit better, nudge the whole thing back. We're going kind of reggae, so you want to get a little behind the beat. Even more. Nudge even more. There's clearly some latency happening in my recording. This is where editing comes into play. That's perfect. All right, so there's one. You'll see how I do it. All right, get rid of the stuff you don't need. Another one at a time. So then I'll just grab that, get rid of the bad stuff I don't like. Grab that, move this over. That was perfect. Usually when I do stuff like this, I'm trying to get perfect takes. Once I know I've nailed it, I leave a little gap and then move on to the next one. It helps me identify it when I'm looking for them. They're always at the ends of the phrases. There it is. That one might need to be nudged slightly. Then I pretty much did it in one swell. Kind of did it almost in one take. All right, so then there's a whole nother, if I need it to be stereo, my heart's a stereo. So if we need it, I have stereo imaging here, boom. So there's my loop, right? I don't need the rest of this garbage. All right, so this can be, here's the session, so put it in here. But then I'm also curious to hear really quickly how the one I did on my phone sounds. It sounds crazy, but it's worth checking. Import this real quick. Might end up using this iPhone. That's the funny thing about these iPhone recordings. EQ. Let's just see how it sounds. See, also there's something interesting about that. Let's get a little compression on there. Oh. Okay. Let's get a little room in there. Let's get a little slap. I want a little slap verb on it. I don't know, let's see what this sounds like. Little plate. Interesting. I'm gonna have a little slap delay on that with that little plate. Got some nice Fairchild compression. Let's get a little delay on there. Let's try and create a little mono stereo situation. Already kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't know if it's going to sound good on the record, but we'll find out in a second. I'm going to turn the audio, the reverb down just a little bit. Okay, now let's just get the take, and then we'll pick between them. All right, so first of all, we should get this on a grid, right? I think it wants to be here. That's one. That was actually perfect. Two more chords and we're good. Clean this up so I know what the hell I'm looking at. Last chord, come on now. The cadence on that's a little weird, but I know that that's the one I used from the other take as well on the actual microphone. So I feel like I'm inclined to use it and just tweak it. I think that's the issue. Let's see if this sounds right. Why does that feel weird? That's driving me nuts. That one thing, just the cadence of that. Let me see if I can find it any other way. That's going to be hard to fake. That's actually better right there. Let's just use that guy. Woo! How about that? All right, there we have it. There we go. Okay. All right, we have two options here now. Took a little longer than I wanted to, but we'll see if I like any of them. I hope I do. I might need to change the EQ. We got to figure out how they sit in the track. There's just like a couple things, but just trying to get the vibe here so it feels a little more. I don't think I need stereo on that. All right, here we go. Actually, no, I want to use, this is the one I wanted to use. I'm going to see which one feels the best with the vocal. I'm going to mute the electric here. I'm going to throw a little bit of sauce on the guitar real quick. Using a Maserati plugin. Tony Maserati mixed the first single that I ever had on any artist, by the way. I'm just going to comb through and see if I like any of these. Funny enough, I kind of like that. It's weird. It's kind of janky. And then the question becomes, do I want to start the song with a chorus? I don't know. Let's get a little bit of my plate on here. Let's get a little retro color on here. I always forget what category it's in. There it is, retro color. That's kind of nice.
Had some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget.
So one thing I'm realizing is this thing, I'm gonna need to change the EQ if I'm gonna use the iPhone recording it all. Let's compare them. I'll add the slightest bit of Echo Boy. Echo Boy. Turn this beast down.
Had some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. 'Cause days like these, not much I need.
I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna add a micro shift to it. It's this guy right here. All my plugins getting all confused.
Had some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, now when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner, then she waking up and ready to go.
The only thing I haven't tried is seeing if I like a double of the microphone recorded guitar. Let's see if I like it at all. And this is something like with guitar stuff, I could end up going back and redoing it 2 or 3 times. But again, I don't want to get off on production stuff today. I just want the vibe to be right. It's all about the vibe.
Had some nights and one regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. Cause days like these, not much I
Totally different vibes.
anyone.
It's kind of a vibe. I feel like I like that vibe the most. I feel like the iPhone is winning right now. It's just more interesting. Let's see, mapping this out real quick.
Had some nights and one regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble. Had some nights and one regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. But I guess someone was praying for me. Cause days like these, not much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, cause days like
That's what happens if I do this.
Cause days like these.
So what I'll do is in this section, I'm gonna get rid of this, some of the shuffly on the iPhone guitar, just to break it up. Check it out. Instead of doing the shuffle stuff each time, this just simplifies it. There we go.
Praying for me. Much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, now with.
There we go.
Praying like a sinner, then she waking up and ready to go. Yeah. I know there's a God, cause he led me to you. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. And yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell, then something pulled me through. But baby, I'm saved by you. Honey, don't you ever stop.
We gotta cut this and make sure we got the math right on the guitar coming back in, which you probably don't. That's an easy fix. Okay, mapping this out for the whole song. This is the not fun, tedious part of copying and pasting stuff.
God, cause he led me to you, and you put up with Baby, I was saved by you. Had some fun and drank some whiskey. Broke some hearts, they probably miss me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Baby, I was saved by you. Late night top-down drives that threw me. You did some things that should've killed me too. But baby, I was saved by you. Yeah, I know there's a guy, yeah, 'cause he let me saved by you. Yeah, I know there's a guy, yeah, 'cause he let me and you put up with all the stupid things I do. And yeah, I read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. Baby.
Oh my God. All right, so this is why you got to pay attention to detail. The whole final chorus here is off by 1/4 of one beat. Unfreaking believable. You can see that right there. Don't know how this happened. No clue. So the simple cheat for that, this happens a lot, especially in Pro Tools. Get right where it's off. Go to group all, go like this. Make sure it lines up with the previous, where it should be. Go to shuffle right here. Turn all that into separate clips and hit delete. Now, everything should be back on. What a nightmare.
Yeah, I know there's a guy, yeah, 'cause he let me and you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through.
Okay, thank God. Guitar's mapped, the arrangement's mapped out with the guitar. Last two things. We have our 808 stuff here, which it's just kind of generic. I'm gonna put in, I might already have drum samples in here from earlier when I was working on stuff. I gotta just see. If I end up using this at all, I'm gonna get it up. Remember what I said about drums and bass being as close to each other as possible. Going through like what the beat might be in my head. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I like that one. That's probably the one I'm gonna use. Probably need that too. Like that. I mean, I'm going pretty straight ahead today. I like that. I want something that's not as wumpy here. Like, it's kind of nice. Those are too big. I want like a smaller kick. That might actually be nice. I can roll that off too. It's short and tight. Ooh, yeah, okay. And then last, I just wanted like a small clap. There you go. That's literally what I was talking about. A lot of information here. So let's do this. I don't know if I'm going to use snaps or clap or snare. I'll probably use some combination of all of them. We already have snares happening down here. Let's bring those up to where they should be. It's kind of nice. See if I like it more. I don't know if I like it more than the snaps for now.
One regret. One regret. Wasted days trying to.
I might have picked the right kick. And I know I love that snare. Green means go. And I know I need that. Probably that. It's a quick way of like identifying this stuff here. And that one's nice too. I want the drums to be kind of small. I can't explain why. I just feel like this is not, I'm not trying to hit you over the head with this. It's like if you get those sounds right on this, which I'm not gonna spend a ton of time doing it, because again, this is like a rough demo. The more your sounds are the right sounds, the less sounds you need. That's the fact. Like a lot of times producers, you end up layering and stacking stuff to make the textures right, and that works too. That was like the whole Max Dr. Luke vibe, Benny Blanco era. The truth is right now, if you spend the time and you get the right sounds, which I'm doing this for brevity's sake a lot quicker than I normally would. If you get the right sounds, you don't need to add a bunch of sounds. That already feels dope right there. Look at that. I got nothing else going on. So let's see. And that sounds like the right hat to me. I'm just gonna fly some hi-hats around. I don't know, I know I'm gonna need to program them, but for now they're gonna just sit there and chill. And we have to decide, what do we like better here? Do we like the snaps? No, I like the Dre kick. Dr. Dre coming in again with the clinch win. Do I like the claps better or do I like this?
One regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get, drinking away the lonely, spin a bag just to waste my time, ain't a trouble that I could not find, you swear that.
Funny how that already feels good. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's try this clap one more time.
One regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get.
The only weird thing that's happening right now is the guitar, maybe it's just too loud. It's like drowning out my voice for some reason. Let me turn the vocal up.
Had some nights and one regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get.
And I want a little bit of verb on this. I'm not loving how absolute bone dry it is.
Had some nights and one regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get, drinking away the lonely, spin a bag just to waste my time.
Yeah, man, this is starting to feel good already. We almost there, and I might be able to just loop this shit. All right, so I just got to decide if it's going to be snaps or not, but whatever. Let's loop this. Boom, boom. Drinking away the lonely, yeah. All right.
One regret, wasted days trying to forget, chasing love that I could not get, drinking away the lonely, spin a bag just to waste my time, ain't a trouble that I could not find, you swear the devil was a friend of mine, I guess someone was praying for me.
We're almost there, y'all. I see these hats might want to come in right there. Check it out. Watch this.
Chasing love that I could not, it's any one regret. Had some nights, any one regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I...
Right? Bring that in. All right, so another little pro tip, which I, if I wasn't rushing, would have caught. See this hi-hat? You need your hi-hats to be on grid if you're doing a straight, like a pop record like this. See how far behind the actual grid that hi-hat is? That's a problem. So that at some point would have bit me in the ass. So I'm glad I just caught that.
To waste my time.
Okay, and then just for a little flavor, we'll do some of this stuff. I'm not going to get too ham on this.
Ain't a trouble that I time. Ain't a trouble that
right? And then the way, I mean, there's multiple ways of doing the right, but like how I do it is, one of the ways I do it, it's a little quicker, is I go pitch and time pro, very basic, right? There you go, so like watch.
Waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of...
Right, and that's just a way to keep it somewhat interesting, you know?
The devil was a friend of mine.
Turn this triplets off. You gotta set the things to triplets when you do it.
I'm fine. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. Cause days like these are
Oh, that's interesting. That was an accident. Watch.
for me. Cause days like...
All right, in the funniest way, this little thing that just happened.
Days like these...
So just this little extra Foley, I'd be like, day, da, da, like the. I go.
Cause days like these are my...
Da, da, just kind of a nice little swung thing. Okay, and let's get to the 808s and then we're done. And I'm feeling short, punchy 808s today. I can't explain why. And what I do is, I know I'm gonna use that 808 snare at some point, but it's not, hold on, I wanna find the one that I'm actually gonna use. Was it this guy? That's the one. That's the one. That's what I want to use. I'm going to pull this guy up. It's just the right sound. How do I know it's the right sound? If you're trying to write modern hits on any level, you just got to listen and you got to pay attention to what are the sounds that are being used, and your ear will learn. It's all about taste. You will know. Like I went through 10 snares. Like how do I know if I'm picking the wrong snare? Listen to modern music. That like I can't tell you why. That just feels like it's going to fit with the track better. There might be even better snares than that, but for now, that's the one. For no other reason than it just feels like I've heard it recently in other records that I've liked. That's really the only answer. Everything else that I'm not using here, so it's not taking up all of my space and stressing me out. Try to clean as you go. Do that. Look, I'm shrinking that into oblivion, so it's kind of out of the way. And then hide, just make them inactive. So now they're there if I need them. And you can even pull them up here, but I don't want to be wasting my time scrolling through tons of tracks I'm not using. And we've got our programming here. All we need to add is the 808, and I think we have enough to cut the vocal.
Had some nights anyone regret. Wasted days trying to forget. Chasing love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. Cause days like these not much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, now when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner that she's waking up and ready to go. Yeah, I know there's a God, cause he let me in. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. And something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you. Honey, don't you ever stop. Another level with the things you got. The day I met you, well, the mic just dropped.
So I have the electric kind of playing off and with that iPhone acoustic guitar. And the iPhone acoustic guitar, whether I keep it or not, it's interesting. It's got something different to it. It just has character. It feels cool. Just because I want this to feel like the right level of modern, I don't want to overdo it, but a little bit of this can help. Little decapitator or lo-fi, one or the other. I think we'll add a little distortion and just be a nice little thing for the 808 to cut. That's nice. See that? It just adds some, it's a driver. It just drives it. Last thing, this is your generic lo-fi. This just basically, it bit crushes it. Just adds a little hair to it. All right, let's see. We may not need it. I'm gonna pause on this distortion real quick. It might be too much for this record.
Love that I could not get. Drinking away the lonely. Spin a bag just to waste my time. Ain't a trouble that I could not find. You swear the devil was a friend of mine. I guess someone was praying for me. 'Cause days like these, not much I need. I got someone to hold. Yeah, now when I lay me down to sleep, I'm praying like a sinner that she waking up and ready to go. Yeah, I know there's a God, 'cause he let me in.
So this actually kind of works. It works for the demo purposes. I may change it, but this works. I played one wrong note. It was my passing note right here. I knew it when I did it, and I was like, dang it.
I guess someone was praying.
Right here.
Yeah, now. Yeah, now
This is feeling good, right? So here we go.
waking up and ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a God.
There we go. Let's try that. Ready?
Ready to go. Yeah. I know there's a God, 'cause he let me in. And you put up with all the stupid things I do. Yeah, I've read the Bible, think most of it is true. Yeah, I was lost as hell, and something pulled me through. But baby, I was saved by you.
Yes. We're there. All right. Some of this might be janky. I might change it, but it works for now. Remember that snare I said earlier that I like? It's right here. I'm gonna unmute it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I think we get something like this.
Waking up and ready to go. Yeah. I know there's a God, 'cause he let me.
The snare. Here we go.
'Cause he let me in. Let me in. You put. You put up.
That. Just adding a little bit of snare flare, and then we're good.
Put up with all.
There we go. I think we're pretty much ready to cut vocals here. We're ready to cut vocals. That's it. I got it through. I can copy and paste all the production I got here for the rest of the song. All that matters that we got it now. And I think we're ready to go. So this is not about like how crazy can you produce this song. That's not what this lesson about. This lesson is about understanding the elements of hit songwriting and the shape and the arrangement and all the decision-making processes that go in order, as I said, from pick the tempo, pick the chord progression, get the melody, get the arrangement, then get the concept and lyric, unless that falls from the sky and you get lucky and it happens right when you start, which happens. Concept, lyric, map that out, walk away, take a breather, come back, listen with fresh ears, make your final edits, then add enough production to it that you can sell the song. And hey, if your production sucks or it's just not good enough, I gotta tell you, the biggest records that get cut all the time, every single week with major DJs like Marshmello and Guetta and Calvin and a ton of different artists that I work with, not just DJs, they prefer a guitar vocal or piano vocal. Unless you can produce it, they don't want you to even try. They want you to just have the best song. The moral of the story is you got to focus on songcraft and songwriting and arrangements more so than production. At least that's what this lesson is about. This is about songwriting. Now I've got very basic production. I'm not going to win any awards for my trap hat pattern right here, but I don't care. It's about getting the vibe so the demo singer, if that singer's not you, giving them enough to go on where when the chorus happens, they're feeling it and they're not just singing to a guitar. At the end of the day though, if I'm pitching this to Kane or one of these guys, if I don't think I'm going to nail the production on it, which I think on this one I could, but let's say I wouldn't or I couldn't, I would mute all of this stuff. I'd leave in the guitar and one other thing, and that's what I would send to them. And I've been doing this, 17, 18 years. I still do that. If I don't think I've nailed the production, I mute it. I mute everything, and I just leave my vocal and the guitar, and that's what I send in. And guess what? That works. So that's it. Now it's time for you to finalize your arrangement, get just enough window dressing on it that you feel inspired or your demo singer feels inspired to sing on your record, and get the mic warmed up and ready to go because we're about to cut vocals.